casting director on Supernatural, who happens to be a close friend of mine, but that doesn't cut any ice. He called me in along with a bunch of other people to read for the part of Bobby Singer, and although it wasn't Bobby Singer at the time, it was just Bobby. So I was auditioning in Los Angeles, but the singer and Kripke and all those guys at the time were up in Vancouver, so they were putting the auditions on tape to send up there, and I did my audition. I went home, and a little while later, Robert Orich, the casting director, called me and said, well, we got everybody's audition on tape, and then I called Bob Singer in Vancouver to tell him that we were finished and that we were getting ready to send the tape up, and he asked me who was on it, and I rattled off the names, and I said your name, and he said, oh, just give it to Jim. So they never saw my audition, so it's probably a good thing. So that's how I got involved with Supernatural. That and the paycheck's consistently clear, so I keep coming back. How similar was my audition to how I ended up playing Bobby? Well, I'll be frank with you. I do an audition and I do my best to forget it as soon as it's over. Because for one thing, there's not much point in thinking about it after it's over, because it's too late to do anything about it. A lot of actors go home and spend the next 2 days doing their audition over and over again in their bedrooms. What did I do wrong? But I don't really remember what I did in the audition. I don't even remember what the scene was. It was from Devil's Trap, which was the first episode Bobby was in, but I can barely remember doing the episode, much less what the audition was. Oh, way in the back in the bluish shirt. Funny, you don't look bluish.
Since you've been doing the show, have you ever noticed being hyper aware of anything spooky going on, or have you had anything that's suspiciously supernatural happen to you?
Have I had anything spooky or suspiciously supernatural happen to me since I've been doing the show? No. Of course, maybe I just missed it. No, I mainly believe in the supernatural for about an hour on Thursday nights, and that's about it. So if something supernatural has happened to me, I was completely oblivious to it. So I hope I haven't missed too much, but yeah, purple. You're welcome. Oh, thank you. Well, she said she'd read that I was a prolific writer and had written for television, which is half true. I've written for television, but not prolifically. I don't do anything prolifically. I actually, although I always wanted to be an actor, there was a long period of time where nobody would let me. But I broke into the entertainment business as a writer. I had a play that was rather successfully done in Los Angeles, and that got me a job writing for the revival of the Alfred Hitchcock series in the late 80s. And I wrote that, and because I was a Vietnam vet, I got a lot of jobs writing Vietnam shows. So I wrote a show called Tour of Duty on CBS. And another show on HBO called Vietnam War Story. And but I was always freelancing, and Then the bottom fell out of the freelance market, and they very much changed the way they did business with people who weren't on staff. And I didn't really want to be a staff writer on a show because I was still trying to act, and it's kind of hard to do both. So, fortunately, I started getting acting jobs right at the same time, and so I never really missed a beat financially, but now I have to work a lot less hard. So I still write, but for the most part I do it just whenever I feel like doing something, and I don't do it trying to make a living.